Hi, this video is to talk about the discussion boards. So each week you will be engaging in a group discussion board. This is a small group discussion. There will probably be about 5 people in your group, 5 to 7 people, depending on the enrollment of the course. That usually fluctuates the first week or two. And depending on people adding or dropping the course, I may need to move you from a group or add people to your group. So please just be patient with that sort of change that may happen in the first couple weeks of the class. So in order to complete the group discussion, I'm going to go through the different requirements and show you where you can find the group discussion board. So in each week, remember that you have these weekly assignment folders. So just using week 1 as an example, when you go on to here, there will be a link to the group area on Blackboard and for discussion board week 1. So I'll just show you how to reach that. You can also reach the group area by using this link up here that says group discussion board. They'll take you to the same spot. Remember that mine shows 2 different groups because as the instructor I can see all of it. When you click on the link, there will only be one group for you to click on. So you just choose the one that's there and then you click on group discussion board. And you'll just scroll down to whichever week that you are working on. So the first week discussion board is here. Before I show you the different prompts that are available, I am going to talk about the guidelines and the rubric for the online discussion board, which is available here. So there are some rules for this discussion board. The big one for me is to make sure that you are being respectful of me and of your classmates when you are discussing. So you are welcome to disagree with people, to voice your opinion, but there are, of course, better ways to go about that. So what I'm asking you is that you are not using any sort of hateful, violent, or intolerant speech on the Blackboard discussion board. I try really hard to keep our classroom a safe place for students to have opinions and thoughts. And so it's important that you have that respect for your classmates. And that's part of our UAA policies as well. So you can find those rules online about how you should behave, not only in online environments, but in the classroom. And this sort of counts as both of those. It is required that you participate in the discussion boards as part of your grade. So if you want to have points for that part of the class, you do need to participate in the discussion boards for each of the 5 weeks. So 5 discussion boards total. It's not enough to just show up and give a, yeah, that sounds good, or sure, that's interesting. I want you to have thoughtful and meaningful feedback for me and for your classmates. And so in this case, quality really counts for your discussion boards. Because we're not able to see each other in person and we're all going to be working on this at different times throughout our week and throughout our day, it's important for you to have that engagement with one another. It is a communication course, and although we won't be talking too much to each other, this is one way that we can have that open communication. Our discussions are held within the Blackboard discussion board. This is a private area for our class. Please be respectful of the privacy of the students and don't share what others have told you outside of the walls of our classroom. So that means if someone shares something private or even not with the class, it is not your place to tell others outside of the classroom. That helps to build the privacy of our class and the trust within our class if you don't share outside of our classroom walls. You will be graded on several different things throughout these discussion boards. So this is a protocol for posting and contributing. At the beginning of each week, you will have several different prompts from me where I share videos articles, different thoughts for discussion, you are welcome to talk about any of those that you would like. There's usually more than enough to choose from that hopefully you can find something interesting that you can be engaged with. If you read through the material or you read through the prompts that I've given you and you feel compelled, I encourage you to start your own post where you share your own video or article or even a meme that you have seen on social media that you would like to share with the group. Please try to make sure that it is appropriate for a school classroom environment and that it is related to the topics that we are discussing in class. You are expected to participate on at least 3 different days during the week. So that could be like on a Monday, a Thursday, and a Friday. And you need to have at least 300 words per post. If you would like to have more than that, you're welcome to. If it gets too long, it might be daunting for your classmates to read and respond to you. So you might consider keeping it more condensed, but you need at least 300 words. I do expect you to have supporting evidence from your own life or articles or other areas where you can back up what you are saying about the topic at hand. If you choose, you are also welcome to leave a video rather than a written response. And if you choose to do that, your video should be about 2 minutes in length. And you need to try to be as concise as possible. I encourage you to be organized in your thoughts and ideas. You might want to do a rough draft, read through it, and then post. Try to incorporate correlations with the assigned topics and readings from class and stay on topic. This is not a soapbox for you to go off on random tangents. It should all relate back to class. I do want this to be a place where you show me college level thinking and thoughtfulness in your responses and not just summarizing an article that you read. So this is where we are engaging in conversation. Okay, so you will get a total of 40 points per discussion board, and I'm just going to show you an example of what an A week would look like for the discussion board. It also includes examples of B, C, and D, but I hope you're all striving for the A, so we're going to focus on that. So in order to earn an A, which is between 36 and 40 points, you need to participate on 3 different days and have a minimum of 4 to 5 posts. So as you may guess, that means that you will need to post either on 4 days or you'll have 2 posts on 1 day. So what that might look like is that a student on Monday responds to a post that I made. On Wednesday, the student shares a link to a relevant video. And then on Friday, the student responds to a classmate and they respond to another post from me. So that would be 4 thoughtful responses on 3 separate days. Again, you need to make your posts in a timely fashion. That means that they're kind of spread out throughout the week so other people have a chance to respond. One of the reasons that I say to have your, you need 3 separate days is so that everybody's not posting at the very end of the week, because then there's no way to engage in any sort of discussion because everybody's just frantically posting. I do want you to make those connections to the course content and other experiences. If you have a discussion that's taking place and you're able to extend that and pose new possibilities and opinions, then please go forth and do that. So it goes into a lot of detail here of what that could look like. If you're late submitting or if the criteria isn't met here, like the 300 words, then you'll lose 5 points for that. So just be aware. Okay, so then it goes into what the B, C, and D will look like as well. So when it comes time to post, you will be on the discussion board area. So we're going to be looking specifically at discussion board number 1. So these are all the posts that I've made that you can potentially respond to. So let's go to this second one that's called Love Letters to Strangers. So this is a video. It's a TED Talk. So the first thing you would do is to watch this video. I've given you some ideas of what you could potentially talk about with this video. Do you have to talk about those things? No. So you can talk about whatever you would like as it pertains to this video and the information that we're talking about in class. If you watch this video and it makes you think of something else that you've read or seen or thought about recently, feel free to respond with a link to that. So again, these discussion questions are just to get you thinking and going. You do not have to answer those. This isn't a quiz where you have to answer each of these questions. When you post your own video, article, thoughts, I do ask that you give a couple of starting questions for your classmates. It's not just a dropped video onto Blackboard. Give us a little bit of information about the video and then maybe some questions that students could potentially answer or to get them thinking about the topic at hand. So again, you have several different prompts for this first week to look at. When you are responding to them, you'll just go right in here and then click reply and put your thoughts right there. If you would like to start something that is unrelated to the prompts that I have posted for you, you would click create thread and then have some sort of title for that to let us know what the topic is that you want to discuss that is different from what I have left there for you. So that is an overview of how the discussion boards work. Again, you will be doing one of these discussion boards for each week. If you have any questions or concerns about this discussion board, please feel free to email me and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks.